Hey, howdy, what's up? How you doing? Adam Chandler here in Denver, Colorado, making this video for you with these 10 content marketing tips. Now, the first tip that I have for you, it's actually not in the 10, so I guess you're getting 11 tips here, is this program is called Evernote. You may be familiar with it, you may not be. Also, OneNote I've heard is really cool. This is kind of a project management system here, and it's really helpful in terms of doing content marketing because you can have your blog posts and kind of archived blog posts and other content and other projects kind of stored on your computer. So just want to introduce you to that because that's really been helpful for me in my content marketing. So I want to share with you these 10 exciting content marketing tips. Number one is be yourself. When I was first getting started in video marketing and online marketing, the first couple of videos that I made, the first handful of videos that I made, they did not convert into leads or into sales. It's shocking, right? But it was because I was trying to be something that I wasn't. I thought that I had to portray myself in a certain way, so I was wearing a suit, and it just wasn't comfortable, and I wasn't comfortable in the video because of that. But then once I started being myself and wearing a t-shirt in my videos or a hoodie and jeans and just kind of speaking from the heart and being myself, then that's when the conversion started to happen, and that's when I got people that were saying, I got compliments from people, prospects saying, I really connected with you in the video and stuff. So be yourself, okay? That's tip number one. Tip number two is begin with the end in mind. You may have heard this is one of the secrets in Stephen Covey's seven habits of highly effective people. And it really applies to lots of areas of marketing and business, and certainly it applies to content marketing. What is it that you want your piece of content to do? What's your end game? Is it to get more exposure to your blog? Is it to get people that are going to be followers and fans of you on your Facebook page? Is it trying to get leads and get people to an opt-in page or a squeeze page? Or are you trying to find the next superstar leader on your team? Whatever it is, just take a minute before you do a piece of content and write out maybe what the purpose of this piece of content is, and it'll help you create more effective content. Number three, create a crystal clear call to action. I see a lot of people not doing this well, ruining basically a really good video because the content is good in the video, but because of their own insecurities or whatever, they're not clear about what the action that they want their prospect to take. And people are attracted to leaders, right? And that's why you have to be working on yourself through personal development and building your leadership skills. But when you do that, you really can get people are attracted to that. So by telling people exactly what to do, people will see you as a leader and they'll be attracted to it, and you're going to have a lot more likelihood of them doing what you want them to do if you tell them what to do. You've got to be very clear with your prospects. Click here now, subscribe to my channel, click the link down below. Just be very clear with people on what action you want them to take. So number four would be follow a formula. So one of the formulas that I've followed that I very rarely veer away from, in certain lifestyle videos and stuff, I guess I do, but some of my highest converting videos follow this formula, which is basically a brief introduction. Tell them what the purpose of the video is going to be. I mean, you saw in the beginning of this video, I said the purpose of this video is to share 10 content marketing tips, right? So what the purpose of the video is going to be, what the so brief introduction. Tell them what you're gonna tell them. What's the purpose of this video is, right? And then identify the problem, share the solution, your solution to their problem, and then strong call to action. So if you follow that very simple basic formula in your videos specifically, but it works in all other areas of content, of your content and your marketing, then you will convert more of your content to leads and sales and signups and all that. Okay, so number five, keep it simple. I definitely see a lot of people getting hung up on the technical aspects of well, just about everything internet related. Definitely in content marketing, they're asking, is this tag okay? Can I, how many words should my description be, and all this stuff, and it's really overcomplicating the process. What I suggest to you is that you create maybe a list of 5 things that you're going to do to every piece of content to distribute it. Once you publish your piece of content, what are 5 very simple things that you'll do to get your content out there? So, and it doesn't have, I mean, this process could take, 15 minutes, it could take 30 minutes, it could take up to an hour, depending on your audience and depending on, what it is that you're trying to do with your content. But maybe you publish it to your Facebook fan page if you have one. If you don't worry about it. Post it to your Facebook fan page. Share it to a couple of your favorite Facebook groups. Publish it. If you have an email list, blast it out to your email list. Send it to, if you have a Twitter audience, put it on Twitter. Better Networker. I love putting if I make a YouTube video, it's really easy just to put it on Better Networker. Of course, you have to be a member of the Association of Better Networkers, which is a awesome thing to be. So put your content on Better Networker. Tribe Pro. I love Tribe Pro. I love using Tribe Pro and using that as a way to distribute and syndicate my content. Again, if you're not familiar with Tribe Pro or Better Networker, don't even worry about it. Just create a list, very simple list of just a few bullet points of a few things that you're going to do to distribute your content once you create it. And you're also going to want to make sure to consistently grow your social media audience. If you're doing YouTube videos, grow your YouTube subscriber list, because it's just going to be more people more potential eyeballs that are going to be on your future content, right? Okay, number 6 is follow the leader. Life is one big game of follow the leader. When I first got into content marketing, video marketing specifically, there's a couple guys that I was following very closely, watching their videos, seeing what they were doing on social media, and really trying to model. They had the results that I wanted. They were at a place in life that I wanted to be. So I was modeling myself as best I could after them. And my results were soon to follow after doing that. And then I think I mentioned here Tony Robbins. I believe it was Tony Robbins who said, "Find someone who has what you want, do what they do, and you'll get what they got." Right? Okay. So number 6 is follow the leader. Very important. Number 7, think long-term growth. Think long-term in general. Content marketing is a long-term strategy. It's not something where you're going to create a couple of YouTube videos or a couple of blog posts and you're going to be set as far as leads. It doesn't work that way. You have to be consistent. So I would much rather see somebody, rather than doing 10 blog posts in a week and burning themselves out and getting frustrated because the content that they produced, didn't produce any results for them, and then not produce any more content after that. They go a month without doing anything after that. I would much rather see someone, someone on my team or somebody that I'm coaching or mentoring. I'd much rather see them do 3 pieces of content, something that's manageable, that's doable for them, but do it over a long period of time. Because if you do 3 pieces of content per week for 90 days, that's when the compounding effect really takes effect, and your results and your effort and your results really tend to compound and to skyrocket after that. And yeah, I mentioned this in here. I've had a lot of friends and team members who have gone from 5 to 10 leads a day with content marketing to 25 plus leads a day with content marketing, and like overnight. Like, it happens really quickly, and it's because of their consistency. While other people, while they're all just doing that and laser focused and getting phenomenal results and getting 25, 30 leads a day for free, there's a lot of other people out there. This is a lot more common when people jump from shiny object marketing strategy to the next, and they don't get then they scratch their head wondering why they're not getting the results. whereas the people that were just focused on doing content consistently over a period of time are the ones that are getting results. So was that number 7? Yeah. Number 8 is let them hate. I couldn't resist there. Have you ever heard of the term trolling? And the reason I mention this is because I've seen people take themselves out of the game because of other people being mean to them by commenting on their videos or their blog posts or their social media posts. And people can be ruthless. If you want to be successful with content marketing or just marketing, internet marketing in general, then you're going to have to put yourself out there in a big way, and not everyone is going to like you, and that's okay, because when people troll, that's the term, trolling, is when people say mean things on your YouTube videos. It's called trolling, and if they have nothing better to do than to sit around and hate on your content, then it says a lot more about them than it does about you. Don't take it personally if this happens. And if you're doing content marketing, if you want to do content marketing successfully, trust me, this will happen. You will get people that are gonna hate on you, and they're gonna be mean and nasty, and it's just better to just let them do it, ignore it, don't feed into it, because then they win, right? So just ignore it and just understand that you're doing what you're doing while they're, like I said here, while they're sitting on the couch eating Cheetos and trolling on your content, you can rest assured knowing that you're working towards a life of fun and freedom and purpose. So wanted to leave you with that for number 8. Let them hate. So number 9, do cool stuff. Now let's talk about this for a second. What's one way that you could do? What's one thing that you could do that would lead to some really good content, both fun, entertaining, and or informational, value-driven content? Go to live events, attend live events. It's great for creating content. I've created some of my best content at live events or immediately after coming home from live events. So it's one really cool thing that you can do is just attend more live events and promote what you're learning, make videos, interview people, do things like that. A lot of my best videos have come from the ski slopes and from the chairlift. And the way that I see it, if somebody's watching one of my videos that I shot on the chairlift at Vail, and they're sitting there in their cubicle after fighting rush hour traffic, they're going to be curious, and they're going to be attracted to that, and they're going to be curious about what I do, and they're probably going to kind of search me out a little bit more, right? Does that make sense? But you don't have to be doing whatever that is for you, whatever lifestyle is for you. Maybe it's taking your kids to the picnic, or maybe going to the beach with your friends, or whatever that is to you. Just do more of it and promote it when you do it. Okay, so number 9, and then number 10, I wanted to leave you with this one. If you want something, ask for it. This is something that I've learned in business and in life, and it's true in content marketing as well. If you have to, in the words of a guy named Jeffrey Combs, if you want to, you have to ask if you want to get. So you have to ask for what it is that you want, and even if that asking might be somewhat uncomfortable, you've got to it's a way to build your entrepreneurial muscles, build your asking muscles by just getting out of your comfort zone and doing it more. And I mentioned here I had a team member of mine, my buddy Josh Santos, and he asked me when we were chatting on Facebook, he said, how do I introduce more people to the value inside MLSP, which is our marketing system? And I said, well, interview the leaders. That's one simple thing that you can do. And I could tell by the response that he gave me that a light bulb had gone off in his head. He's like, well, can I do an interview with you? And that's where he started. And then he went off and interviewed all the other leaders in the system. And then he went out and started interviewing other industry leaders, getting a ton of exposure for himself. And It's because he asked. It's because he had the courage and the confidence to go out there and, introduce himself to people and say, "Hey, I'd like to interview you." And I'm sure there's a lot of people that would love to interview a lot of the leaders in certain systems or whatever, but they stop themselves. They don't because they're afraid to ask because they think that the answer is going to be no. So, if you don't ask, the answer is always going to be no. So I just want to leave you with that, is just ask for what you want. It's true in content marketing. If you want better content and you want to interview somebody, go for it. Ask them for it. If you have an idea for a piece of content and it's a little out there and away from the norm, go for it. Just do it. I hope you got some good stuff from this video. My name is Adam Chandler. Thanks for watching.